What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. And before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily, stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, man, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always interested and intrigued to hear what you all have to say about these topics. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into this work as the wide receiver. What can I say? The sweepstakes continues around the NFL. Jamar Chase just came out of nowhere and stated that he wants a contract extension with the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I feel like this is a very interesting situation, as we all, well, if you don't know, if you weren't aware, I should say, Tee Higgins, the other star receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, was in talks for a negotiation, a contract extension himself. And the Cincinnati Bengals placed the franchise tag on him. He will be making a $22 million, I believe, this season for a singular season. So, and he has the franchise tag on him. Now, and excuse me, before we say that, Joe Burrow got his money, made himself, the Cincinnati Bengals made him the highest paid player in NFL history. And it was only a matter of time before we had to have the talks about Jamar Chase contract extension. Didn't think that he would pull this early, but at the same time, can you blame him? The wide receiver market has been reset by one Justin Jefferson. So now all of these standout wide receivers that haven't received their contract extensions yet, but are eligible for them, have been throwing their name in the hat, namely CeeDee Lamb and now Jamar Chase. And Jamar Chase is on record for saying that he wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league, which it seems to be the next, the new trend. As this is like the third or fourth time I've heard an NFL player say that. Michael Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, saying another guy now, of course, Jamar Chase. This is going to make things interesting, okay? Because the NFL, these teams only have so much money. And I don't see how the Cincinnati Bengals will be able to pay Jamar Chase and Tee Higgins this kind of money while also being able to still fill out the rest of their team. Y'all forgive me, I'm not positive. I know the Cincinnati Bengals got a squad, but I'm not positively sure as far as how the money is being distributed throughout the team as of yet. Who else is making big money and all that kind of stuff? I just know that Joe Burrow is the highest paid guy. Tee Higgins is on that franchise tag, and with Jamar Chase in his entering his names in these sweepstakes, it just makes things interesting. I don't believe that the Cincinnati Bengals will be able to keep this team together as constructed, and they're about to be entering that twilight zone I've been discussing of having a very expensive quarterback, maybe one other expensive player, and then having to budget out the rest of their roster. And this is what my Green Bay Packers just went through in the Aaron Rodgers era. It was painful year in, year out, seeing Aaron Rodgers do his thing, put up his numbers, get us to an NFC Conference Championship game, just for the defense, full of for the worst of the better, budget players to cough up the game, cough up our Super Bowl chances. And it wasn't all defense. It wasn't all just. It was some Aaron Rodgers, of course, as well. But for the sake of the argument, this is my problem with overpaying a couple guys on the team. And I hate to say overpay, but when you pay a couple guys this astronomical money, you don't have a lot of pennies left over for the rest of your roster. So yeah, man, I'm gonna do a little bit more research into this situation, and because I was just making my CeeDee Lamb video, and deep diving into this Dallas Cowboys situation, and out of nowhere, I looked up on NFL Live, and Jamar Chase was saying that he wanted to get a bag too. So I'm gonna look a little further into this situation. I just know that Things are getting very interesting for the wide receiver market. All of these the next generation, if you will, of wide receivers are lining up their pockets, and I'm talking about the Justin Jeffersons, the AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, um, um, Jamar Chase now, CD Lamb, Tee Higgins. All of these guys are about to get their bags, and I'm wondering, how that's going to bode for the remainder of the rosters. It's going to be interesting to say the least. As well, I'm gonna say I got a little something I want to say about the Eagles. I'm gonna say that for my next video. But yeah, man, Jamar Chase has put his name in the sweepstakes. May I also add as well that the Cincinnati Bengals GM has came out and made it public that the Cincinnati Bengals will bend over backwards, his words, for to get this contract done with Jamar Chase. Now that's a nice choice of words because I don't recall anybody in the Bengals organization talking about Tee Higgins like that. So do they keep Tee Higgins this season and let him walk next season? And for the sake of getting Jamar Chase's contract fixed out, does they does that give you a happy Tee Higgins to work with this season? But in addition to that, the Cincinnati Bengals have picked up Jamar Chase's fifth-year option, so he'll be making $21.8 million this year. Tee Higgins will be making $22 million for his franchise tag, and so we'll see what that see how this shakes out this season. I made a video talking about this a while back, maybe even like a year ago now, and it's kind of odd that my predictions kind of went exactly how I thought they were. I didn't see Tee Higgins being franchise tag, but I figured after Joe Burrow got his money that the writing was on the wall. Tee Higgins or Jamar Chase would be getting their walking papers, because there's no way in the world the Cincinnati Bengals would be able to pay a wide receiver a bunch of money, Joe Burrow all that money, and then still fix up some money for a defense and special teams and coaches. You got to fill out the rest of that roster. With that budget. Excuse me. So yeah, man, I just wanted to report this really quick. I'll be doing updates. I'm about to do some deep diving into this situation. And we'll talk about this a little further later. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. So as I drop content daily, go live daily, always busy on the platform. And last but not least, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Let's chop it up. Have some dialogue about this situation. How do you see it unfolding? Are you a Bengals fan? Are you a Jamar Chase fan? You know what I mean? How do you see this thing unfolding for the Cincinnati Bengals? I am Tony the Savant. Peace.